Clear efficiency, helping you get clear on the efficiency of your home. Okay, John, we're up in the attic space right now, just taking a quick look around, seeing what it is that you have and seeing how it is that we might best be able to help you out here. So first and foremost, what we're looking at is the type of insulation that you have here on your attic floor. This particular stuff is an older version of the fiberglass type of insulation. Just like you mentioned, if we were to put this directly on our skin, it will still have that irritational factor to it. Like I said, the new stuff has that completely worked out. But as far as its ability to do its job and insulate you, they're going to work pretty much about the same, okay? And that brings me to my second point, which is your level. So right now you're coming in right around a 4-inch mark, pretty even blanket. Some areas have maybe closer to a 5-inch mark, but then some areas are as low as the joist, which are coming in about a 3-inch mark. So about a 4-inch mark, pretty much on average. Just to put that in perspective, that's bringing you right around an R9, okay? R9 is where you're at right now. Just to put that in perspective, bare minimum code right now, all new homes are being built at R38, 13.25 inches. That's right here, okay? And the very most insulation that you would put in the home for the maximum effective insulation is 20 inches at R60. Anything above this is what we call diminishing returns. Means you can double up to 40 inches. It won't provide you any more value than it will right here at this 20. But at the very least, we certainly want to get you to code. So pretty simple on that, okay? Now, installation is done in increments. So the smallest increment will be R19. The next will be R30, R38, so on and so forth. Where you're at right now with the R9, if I came in here and blew R19, 19 plus 9, you were not at R38. So for you, I would come in and blow R30 over the top of your existing R9. 30 plus 9 will get you just a hair above code. If you'd like to see anything better, that will certainly help with your comfort just a little bit more, but at the very least, it will be showing you R30 over the top of what you got and get you up to code depth, okay? So pretty simple on that. Like I mentioned to you, John, you are in SMUD territory. SMUD is the only utility company that does offer a rebate for this work. Like I said, it's not always advantageous, but because you are in SMUD, it is an option for you, okay, and not for anyone else outside of SMUD, okay? Like I said, 3 different variables. You got to hit all 3 in order to qualify for the rebate, but once you hit all 3, that rebate comes directly off of the top. You're not paying the full project amount and then waiting for that rebate. We work with SMUD and take it off the top, okay? So the first variable is insulation and at least getting to code. The 2 caveats is they won't allow you to use your existing insulation if you had fecal matter or multiple types, okay? Technically, you do not, okay? Your insulation is kind of a combination of 2 different ones, the pink and the white, but that's how it was done, okay? So this would be considered just one type of insulation, and then we would be coming over the top with the R30. So you could keep this existing insulation if you were trying to qualify for the rebate if you'd like to, but we would have to blow in the R30 over the top of it, okay? The second variable, variable number 2, is the air seal. So if this is your home, hot air rises, stacks on the ceiling, and it looks for avenues to escape and get up into the attic space. You're from the HVAC world, I'm sure you're familiar with that. What SMUD wants you to do is seal up all those gaps, allowing for the air that your unit is paying for to move up, but also by sealing them up, vice versa, that process is reversed, and it allows for dust and heat from this space to get forced back down into the home, right? So by sealing it up, it does 2 things. 1, improves your air quality, and 2, allows your HVAC unit to run less, so now you're actually saving money. I'm not going to take you to a lot of areas, but just so you can have a visual, here is where ductwork meets the attic floor. Obviously, this insulation is supposed to be pink and vibrant like this. Notice how black this is. Notice how dark that is. This is just evidence of the insulation being treated like a filter, and all the dust that's being shot up is being collected, and during the summertime when this area is hot and pressurized, this dust gets sent back down into the home, and this will manifest itself as dust around your vent. We haven't gone into your home, but if you look at the edge of the vent, some of those vents are going to have this dust coming out of the edge. So what SMUD wants for us to do is come around, seal up all these gaps, and that is going to allow you to be not only more comfortable in the home, right, but also improve your air quality. Things like wiring as well. So wiring, plumbing, ductwork, anything that goes down into the home. Interior walls are one that people often overlook, but even those would be sealed up, okay? And last but not least is the ductwork. So the tubing itself, that you're paying for the air. The air that you're paying for is traveling through these tubes, right? Hot and cold. SMUD recognizes these as being an important part of energy efficiency. They want you to have something that plays good offense and plays good defense. And by that, I mean something that's going to keep the majority of your air on the inside of the tubes without dissipation. And then also during the summertime, they want you to have a good tube that's going to play good defense against the heat happening in this space. They don't want the heat bleeding into the tube, causing you to have to run your AC more and more and more, costing you more money. So they'll grandfather in R6 duct. Anything underneath that does not meet the threshold of energy efficiency. They want you to replace it with the newest one, which is R8, okay? Your current ducts obviously don't meet that. These are about an R3. So you'd be going from about an R3 to an R8. So you're going to definitely be going up in efficiency if you were to be qualifying for that rebate, okay? So that's pretty much it. As I see it, John, I see three options. Option number one, first option is pretty much what you asked me for when we got here. It's just blow insulation, and I can show you what it looks like to blow R30 over the top of what you got. Option number two, again, we'll keep what you have. We'll just do a seal and blow. So go all these areas of penetration, seal them up first, and then blow R30. It would not activate the rebate, but you'll certainly be more comfortable, and your bills will be addressed a little bit more, and air quality will certainly be improved inside the home. And then option number three that I'll show you will be the biggest version of the project, and it will be the SMUD rebate version. And on that particular option, what we'll do is seal up all the gaps on the attic floor first, okay? Then before we blow in the insulation, we'll remove all these old ducts out and replace them with the new R8. And then once we're done there, we'll blow in R30 over the top of what you got, and then that will activate the SMUD rebate after the testing. One thing to point out is if we're going for the SMUD rebate and we do everything perfect, okay, we seal the gaps, we do the ducts, we do the insulation, everything is perfect, we would still not qualify for the rebate if we kept these ductboard plenum boxes in line. So you've got two here. This is just the mixing box, but the plenum box itself is over here. We've got the trunk line over here. Again, it is ductboard. They want something that can pressurize the air that you're paying for. So as you pay for it, they want it to be held and then dispersed out, okay? Ductboard is essentially a cardboard box that's wrapped in insulation, and you lose a great deal of temperature through this, but it's also susceptible to a great deal of temperature transfer. So during the summertime, a lot of heat gets filled into these, right? And again, that is causing you to have to run your AC more to compensate for the heat being bled in, not only the tube, but also the plenum box, okay? And so they'd want you to upgrade that to a sheet metal version. But that's pretty much it, John. That's everything that I'm looking at. Just a few options to consider in my professional opinion, sooner rather than later. Thank you.